What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the weekly dev stream. Hope everyone's having a fantastic week. I'm feeling a lot better. I was sick last week. It was not a lot of fun. But I am back and healthy, ready to play some Super Dungeon Designer. Thanks, Thomas. Appreciate that. Nice emoji. It looks like... actually looks like Lynette is poking herself in the eye, which is kind of hilarious. We've got kind of a fun one this week. So we got tags, or Thomas got tags working in the game. So we're going to play around with that a little bit. You can now tag your dungeons before you upload them, and those tags will apply when you browse dungeons. You can filter by the tags. So we're just going to play around with that a little bit. This will be a bit of a shorter stream because I have to hop off in about a half an hour. But if we have time, one thing that I thought would be really fun to try and do after we're done testing the tags real quick, we're going to try and create a random dungeon by using a random number generator to determine what types of objects and items or enemies we can put in the room, and also what size the room is. So we're going to kind of constrain ourselves to what we can use in the different rooms. Should be a lot of fun. We'll see how it goes. I want to play around with this to see if it's an interesting concept to work on, maybe a similar game mode down the road somewhere. So should be fun. I'll show you how that works once we get to it. Basically, I have an Excel list of every item in the game, and then we're just going to do a random number generator, and that'll tell us what we can put in a room. So it'll be kind of fun. Try to create puzzles around unique things. So we'll get to that in a little bit, though. I want to show off the tags real quick. So let's jump in and do that. If we go to build new here. And just a quick reminder for anyone that wasn't here last week. Pretty exciting new feature in the game that we added. That's a bad example. If you put down anything, you can now change the tiles that go underneath of objects. You no longer have to move the objects around in order to lay down new tile. So a very nice quality of life feature that we got in last week. Just wanted to show that real quick for anyone that happened to miss that stream. So, yeah. We don't really need to make a dungeon here. We're going to show off the tags. So, when you go to dungeon options, you'll now be presented with the option for tags. Tag test dungeon by James. Oh, these tags are cool. So if you click on tags, you're going to see we have two categories right now. Now, these might expand in the future as kind of we see more need for different types of tags. But for now, we have these. And then it also will tag multiplayer for you, whether your dungeon is single player, 2, 3, or 4 player. And that's done automatically based on how many players you added to the dungeon. So we should see this dungeon get tagged as a single player only dungeon, and then whatever tags we choose here. And this says choose up to 3 tags, but actually it shouldn't say that. We're going to let the player choose as many as they want, I believe. So we'll end up changing that around a little bit. But let's say this one is an easy standard dungeon with some puzzle solving. Probably not going to do troll, but yeah, we'll say easy standard puzzle solving. Oh, weird. Why can't I upload? I might need to... Oh, you know what? I think I need to name this... Yeah, you know what? I think we have it disabled for normal Super Dungeon Designer. I think I have to call the EXE demo. As silly as that sounds. Hang on, let me see if that works. I need to fix that. I gotta go in and change that. No, I put the app ID in the folder. It's in there. Yeah, I know. Hang on. Because I renamed it. Still says can initiate. I do have Steam open. Yeah, what the heck? Hang on. Let me try one more thing real quick. Please hold. Real quick here. We will. Okay, delete all that. That in there. It's a mystery. What is he doing? What is behind the black screen? Right, 10 more seconds. Okay. Okay. Let's try that. So this is a lovely black screen over here. Hope you're enjoying it. It's very dark and beautiful. All right, let me exit Steam real quick. Reload Steam. Thrilling development stories from indie game devs, yes. Okay, it's updating Steam. Hold on. Come on. All right. Oops. There we go. Okay. Nope. No dice. Huh. Okay, let me see what happens if we open an existing dungeon. So I pushed it to Steam. I'm playing off of Steam right now. Yeah, that is weird. Well, we might not be able to show that off this week. Yeah, I'm not too sure. What would be preventing that? Yeah, that's true. We could still show off the filtering, so assuming it lets me on here. Yeah. Actually, I wonder, now that I went to browse dungeons. No, okay. So yeah, we can at least show off the filtering. Another exciting thing coming at you pretty soon here. We revamped this UI entirely, so that is going to be hopefully ready to show off by next week. So that'll be pretty cool. We could show you our new Browse Dungeons UI, which we're really excited for. Yeah, we have filters here. If we go easy, any dungeons that we uploaded with the easy tag will display here. These are the tags that we saw earlier. And yeah, you can, choose as many as you want. Here's some 2-player only dungeons. We have some 4-player. I don't think we have any tag for 3. Oh, we do have a couple. Okay. So yeah, tags are working. That will be nice for filtering dungeons based on what you want to play. If you're looking for something more, if you've got your friends over and you want to do 4-player dungeons, just click on 4-player, download them all, play through them, you'll have fun. If you want to do some puzzle solving dungeons, you can click on those if you're looking for troll dungeons. Or if you just want some short and sweet dungeons, you don't want a long, complex dungeon, you can click there, play through those. And yeah, we'll show off next week actually adding tags to a dungeon and uploading it, since that wasn't working today. Not sure why, but we'll figure it out. But we have another 20 minutes here, so why don't we have a little fun. We'll see how this works. So I'm gonna add a we'll do window capture. Yep, there we go. Oop. And let's crop that a little bit. There we go. And then from the bottom, like that maybe. Okay. So yeah, filtering exciting. Well, let's play around with this a little bit. This is going to be silly. I think it'll be fun. One more window capture here. Yep, perfect. Okay. Okay. All right, good enough. Okay. Again, this is going to be silly. So, first, what I want to do is decide what the size of our starting room is going to be. So, what's the max room size right now? I'm actually trying to remember. It's not 21 anymore, right? We expanded it a bit. 26? Looks like 26. That was cool sounding. Okay. So, we're going to go here and say, here's our height. Our height is 12. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. And then our length is going to be 23. 3. So all the way and then minus 3. I think that's right. Okay. Okay, kind of an awkward looking starting room here. Now, we're going to determine what objects we're allowed to do. We are going to roll this 3 times. And then whatever we get, we have to make a room with just those 3. We're going to make an exception for doors. If we don't land on any doors, we'll allow ourselves to create like 1 door to get out. It has to be an open door, we'll say. So 1 in 78. 74. All doors. Yeah, that'd be great. 74 is a sign. Okay, so we can use signs. Okay. We can use 71. A throne. Oh, geez. Here. Well, okay, that's fine. Some interesting blockers, yeah. Okay, and 54. Poison. All right, so this is the Poison Throne sign room. God, what did I sign myself up for? This is horrible. Okay. rolls right off the tongue, yeah. All right, well, we'll put a throne in the middle. There's no rules on links. We can link stuff however we want. Unfortunately, the only thing we can really link here is signs. And that doesn't do much for us. All right, so we need a poison challenge. It's big too, yeah, yeah. Here, let me move these out of the way. Actually, we'll just turn them off for now, and then I'll turn them back on. Okay. It's a dot. Oh, okay. Read all the signs to leave the room. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, okay, so new rule. Let's do this. There will always be a closed door, no matter what. You always have a closed door in the room. Signs don't act as switches. You need either torches or orbs. Oh, really? Okay. So if we put a sign down... No, it works. It works. Nice. Okay. I like it. We've got our dungeon. Yeah, you can group signs, pretty sure. Let's double check. That's actually awesome. I love that we're learning stuff about our own game. Like, cool. All right. So let's do this. We'll put a sign down at the beginning here. Read all the signs to open the door. Okay, and then here, actually, let's. What I want to do is make it so that you leave this room with like half a heart left. And then hopefully in the next room we don't get all enemies, because that would be horrible. All right. This. Throne here, throne here. Think, can you walk between thrones? No, you can't. Thrones are honestly kind of useless, but I mean, it's at least a blocker, so I guess, yeah, not entirely useless. We can use those as blockers to... Although, can you go through diagonally? I wonder. It's actually a really good way to test out some unique scenarios that we wouldn't think of. Okay, yes, you can go through them diagonally. Can't go through them top down. Okay. So let's do that. This is such a silly challenge mode. I love it. Okay. Sign on the wall there. We'll force the player to take some poison damage here. Just a little bit. Coming up with something interesting for each sign will be fun. Yeah, no kidding. Does a challenge prevent you from setting starting equipment? Yes. Actually... Or it can come down here. I guess they're gonna have to take damage no matter what. Like that. And then that way they can come back this way. They don't have to walk through 2 of them. We'll do 3 of them. Can we? Okay, so that's like half a heart. That's like a whole heart. Maybe a heart and a half. Another half a heart. Okay, that should be good. All right, good enough. Well, we'll go with this for now. I'm running out of time here, so. Okay. All right. This will be interesting with the grouping. How the signs read. I actually forget how this works. Let's see what happens. Now, does it play the other one? Okay, it doesn't. Good. Okay. We'll go through here. Woo. That one is actually kind of hard, easy to miss if you're not really looking. Nice job. Ouch, sorry about this one. Did lose a heart. I don't know, we might need to adjust this. This one was tough. Are you okay? Nice, perfect. Half a heart. Did you get them all? Alright, cool. So we made a very doable little challenge with only 3 items. I think we'll continue this challenge going forward. This is kind of fun. Random materials. Okay. Let's see if we can get one more room in real quick before we end the stream, because I do have to hop off around 6:30 here. Because this is fun. I'm having fun. All right. So room number 2. Let's get the room size. Between 3 and 26, our height is 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. And our width is 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 20. Okay. I guess that's the only weakness of this challenge, is that statistically you're always going to end up with like medium-sized rooms. So, howdy, just popping in to see this builder in action. Hey, Pure Nix, what's going on? Thanks for swinging by. We're doing a fun little challenge here where we see what kind of dungeons we can build with limited items. So having some fun here. All right, item number 1 for room 2 is 77. Grave tile 1. Okay. Item number 2 is... You don't have to use a little space. You could move some walls in. I think something should be touching each edge, though. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Redesign the space. Goliath. All right, we got a boss fight. Let's hope we get a weapon. Let's hope we get a weapon. And 29? Cracked block. We got what? Cracked block, Goliath, and a grave. There's nothing we can really do with that, to be honest, right? So I think we need to roll another. Graves can be linkable. Can you push graves? Oh, you can read them. You can read them. That's right. Okay. Let's stick with the challenge. We could do something where your goal is to navigate around the boss. Let's put our door down. Limited objects is always fun, sometimes a little evil. Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, the blocks spawn on Link, so we could... let's see. We could do something again where like you need to read all the gravestones, but as you read them, it's spawning in cracked blocks to like create a maze, and you have to get through the maze to like not get hit by Goliath. I think that'd be cool. We'll do that. So I'm actually just going to put a bunch of these down randomly, and then we'll build the maze around it. And when I say maze, I just mean like it's forcing you to, you know, move around. It's not really a maze. Let's put him there. Okay. Go like that. Let's do one more. Here. Oh yeah, we could do more than one Goliath. I didn't even think about that. I was just like, oh yeah, one Goliath. That's a good point. We can spawn some more. What is happening? Oh, the grave can't. Oh, graves can't go on walls. What am I doing? What am I doing? I was thinking of the stone sign. Alright, we'll do one more down here. I'm going to have to create a little more room to put Goliaths down. Oh, haha, whoops. Forgot to turn those off. I'm looking at the game. Thank you. Okay. Yep, we'll have that one spawn in. Let's get one more up here somewhere. Oh yeah, you can only have 3. That's right. That's right. Okay. That should be good. I think that's good. Okay. Okay, one sec. Okay. Read all the graves to leave the room. Graves spawn in blocks. Be careful. Okay. And then we're going to leave these blocks here to start. This one's going to spawn in these blocks. Okay. And it's going to spawn in this Goliath. Okay, reading this one is going to spawn in... Yeah, and I gotta group the graves. I will. These blocks, sure. This one's gonna spawn in... Oops. These blocks. And this Goliath, so you gotta like get out of there. And then this one spawn in all of these, I guess. I don't know. And the Goliath. And this one, spawn these in. That one won't spawn anything. Okay. And then we gotta link graves. And we need to change all of those back so that it's not pointing from the group. We only want the group to point to the door. Oops, I missed one. Okay, I think that's good. Let's check it out. I'm gonna start the player in here. Read all the graves to leave the room. Oh, this is easy. Look, there's like nothing here. And I guess technically we could do this out of order, which is kind of cool. Graves spawn in blocks. Oh yeah, they're only gonna spawn after, so that could soft lock us, maybe. I think especially up here, it would soft lock us, so I gotta be careful. I'll have to go back. Oh, and you know what? They didn't spawn in. Shoot. Okay, we'll fix that. We need to move him up. Wait, why can't I read this? I think we found a bug. Oh, I thought it did the ... if you don't put a message. Whoops. Okay, no, that's good. I like that. Not the graves. Okay. I'm just gonna put random stuff on here. Don't go left, soft lock. Okay. What is the frequency, Kenneth? Oh yeah, and we wanted to, real quick, I guess we could... I don't really know where to move him. He kind of needs to be there. Maybe, we'll do this. We can do that and that. Move him up here. Delete that. Like that. Maybe that'll do it. You're spawning blocks. Be careful. Nope. Okay. We might have to rethink that part. That's okay. Keep going. Nice. Okay, yeah, we did out of order. Almost there. Yeah, it's really easy if you just cheese it. I think, yeah, we gotta change that. Whoa! Uh-oh. Maybe not. Look out. Oh no. We gotta iframe our way through. There we go. Oh, I'm trapped. No! Okay. Well, that's almost something. We'll work on that. Alright, I'm gonna save for now. Alright, I was gonna meet with Sean, but he said no worries, take your time. So, okay, let's try to fix this real quick. Yeah, it's the delay in spawning. We don't want instantaneous because it's supposed to be after the text is gone, because it's like, we want to give the player enough time to read the text. You can also link like multiple text things together so they play after each other. So I think that's good. What we need to do is just give it enough time so that by the time you get to where you need to go, the thing triggers. So I think what we can do, we have this grave going to red. Can get rid of that link. Can have this go to red. And just have everything go like one step sooner. And see how that goes. Also, hey Kitty, what's going on? And hey Sanjay, thanks for swinging by. Let's start the wild hour traps. You know what the default timer? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 3 for everything that we do timer for. That one's good. This one we really like. It's fine, you know, we warned the player about the soft lock here, so it's all good. This one actually should go like that. And here, let's do this. Actually, this will be fun. We can move him. Oops. Here. And then you gotta like run under the shadow really quick to get over here. That spawns him in. Is anything spawning red in? Yep, that spawns red. That's spawning orange. That's spawning yellow, which is good. Orange will be there already. That's spawning green. We needed to move this over. Okay, and then purple spawns in blue. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. I think that did it. Let's see. Can still technically go out. Wait, what? Oh, because wait, this one should be spawning in red. Oh, I forgot to remove the thing. There we go. Forgot to decouple it from a group. There we go. Whoa. Oh no. But I gotta read this. Go! Look out. Okay. Alright, yeah, this feels a little better. Could use some tweaking still, but don't go left, soft lock. Okay. Almost there. Nice. Okay, cool. It kind of works. It kind of works. All right. What happens if a block spawns where you're standing? You spawn on top of it, and you can move until you're out of it, and then it blocks you. So you have enough time to like get out of the thing you're stuck in. Okay, let's do one more. Real quick. I'm having too much fun with this. We're going to continue this next week too. Okay, room size. $24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, I could just go all the way up and subtract 2. Oops, there we go. Okay. 19. Subtract 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I should probably change the way we do rooms. Like, I want some smaller rooms. Maybe we'll change that. Another Carl Sagan 42 reference, I see. All right. Oh, I don't have the things up. Whoops. There we go. All right. What 3 items are we going to get in this room? Number 5. What's 5? Arrow. Okay. Room 3 has arrows. And monocular. And bombs. Oh boy. Is there even a puzzle here? Arrows, bombs, and monocular. I don't think there's anything we can do with that. Go back and blow up the cracked blocks from the previous room. Yeah, that's... I didn't think about the rooms interacting with each other. That's true. Reroll monocular. What do you guys think? Should we do one more roll? We'll do a house roll. If we get a room where we absolutely can't do anything interesting, we do one more roll. Yeah, they do fire links when picked up. Simple item gaining room. Yeah, that's true. Doesn't have to be something complicated, right? Could just be a nice little item pickup room. I like that, actually. Let's go with that. And then we just move on to the next room. So... and we'll just have a big empty room. That's fine. Let's max out the player on arrows. I think it's a 20. I think it's 20, right? Might be less than that. Now I'm thinking about it. All right. Moving on. All right, one more, real quick. Real quick. Oh, wait. I didn't change these. Shoot. That's why we got weird ones, because I did 3 through 26 for the items. We got to re-roll that. I goofed. All right. Still think you should need to go back and blow up the cracked walls. I do like that. That is a good thing to do. We're re-rolling because I goofed. 33. Up block. We got the up block for room 3. We got 68, which is the pillar. Up blocks, pillars, and 2. The bow. Okay, we have the bow, but now we have no arrows. Okay. Well, we're giving the player the bow, so they have it. But the bow can also trigger a link. So, up block, bow, pillar. Now, you can't trigger the up block through links. So this still isn't great. Up block, bow, pillar. Just so I remember what we're working with here. Yeah, you can't link to blocks. We actually have nothing really linkable. Having the up-down block and their switch be separate is interesting, yeah. Should be a bombable version of the pillar that turns into the broken pillar. Yeah, we talked about that. I kind of like that too. Okay. I don't think there's much we could do here. And I think we decided if there's not much you can do, we spawn in another item, right? So let's do one more item. Or no, you know what? You get the bow, you move on to the next room. That's what we'll do. So, and then, you know what? Maybe... Yeah, I'm pretty sure once... Yeah, okay. We'll just do that. And then new room. If we get the up and down switch later, we could come back to this room. Yeah, that's true. I guess I was imagining like the rooms were their own thing and like you wouldn't come back, but like that's a good point. Like maybe we could like re-roll this room with more stuff later or something. That'd be kind of neat. Maybe like just becomes a different route. Okay. Oh yeah, that's true. We could put like another door. Yeah, we could have like, if we get a door somewhere, we could have it teleport you here. Yeah, okay. Cool. I like it. So let's actually set up for that by doing this. Can kind of like put a bunch of these down. If you get the teleporters, yeah, they have to be placed. We'll let you place them in another room if you want to. Yeah, I think that's fine. We'll do that. Okay. Cool. All right, I'm gonna save. I am going to call it there for tonight because I've got to hop on and we're trying to get a Kickstarter ad put together with my marketing guy. So I'm going to hop off. I got to do that. This was super fun though. I actually like this mode a lot. I'm trying to experiment more with like some stuff like this to kind of get some ideas going for some other modes we could actually have built into the game. So maybe sometime down the road we'll have some kind of like random mode like this. Would be pretty fun. But yeah, really appreciate everyone hanging out. Again, we'll show off tags more next week when we figure out what's going on with upload. But yeah, excited to show off tags and the new UI for Browse Dungeons. Appreciate everyone hanging out today. I'm going to play us out with the trailer. If you haven't yet, you can wishlist the game. Link is down below to our Steam page. We will be at PAX West September 1st, so hopefully see some people there. Kickstarter page is up. You can get notified when it launches. That's going to be kicking off the same day PAX West starts, so that'll kick off September 1st. And there's a link to our Discord down below if you want to join in and follow us. So, thanks all. This was super fun. We'll be back next week. We'll do more of this too because it was really cool. So, all right. Have a great weekend, all. We'll see ya next time.